1555815. Terrell Taylor versus City of New York, Queens County District Attorney's Office, and TV 1556025. Terrell Taylor versus City of New York.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Terrell Taylor, 174-22, 125th Avenue, Jamaica, New York, 11434.
Good morning, Mr. Taylor.
Good morning.
Yes, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Mahogany Counts, last name is spelled C-O-U-N-T-S, appearing on behalf of the City of New York.
And this is for both the cases?
That is correct.
All right. We'll start with CV 1555E. There's a motion for summary judgment by the plaintiff. I have an opposition, and then I also have a reply. So it looks like this is fully submitted.
Hold on, Your Honor. I want to address the court real quick.
I'm sorry?
Can I address the court when you finish before you finalize anything?
Well, we're doing 1558 right now, so I have all the papers.
I want to object to you marking these cases as fully submitted. I just want to make that for the record. I want to object to that. Would you want to know why?
Sure, let's hear it.
Okay. First reason, there's many complaints against you regarding prior decisions that you made and things in general. The last court appearance you were here, it was supposed to be Evelyn Gong on the bench. I spoke to you about that. I had an issue with that. When the defendant asked, will this court date right here be for oral argument, you stated it depends on who the judge is on that date, and I quote. So that clearly shows you didn't know who the judge will be today, but you're here again. So to me, you know, all of this just is very biased toward me. Like I said, with many complaints against you. Also, you asked me to show a lot of my court documents.
These complaints are all about you, is that?
Yeah, against you. And you, every time I go before you though, even though there's complaints, you always ask me to show you documents, court documents that you can view right in front of you, showing that there's some bias here. You know, you always ask me to provide you court documents that was scanned and uploaded into the system. So, and lastly, you disregarded the defendant's non-compliance with CPLR 2214B on the last court appearance, because there was no opposition to my summary judgment motion. And you just disregarded that, the defendant's non-compliance with CPLR 2214B. So for those reasons, I'm objecting to you marking either one of these cases as fully submitted.
The only thing that I would say is that the last when you mentioned with respect to there being no opposition at the previous conference, as Your Honor may be aware, from the last time I appeared on this case, I wasn't in the seat of plaintiff's moving papers, and I respectfully asked for a shorter adjournment just to plan a opposition. So that we can engage in proper oral arguments on the motion. That's just the basis of why there was no opposition the last time I appeared.
All right. Having heard the parties and having heard the objection, I'm going to overrule the objection, and I'm going to mark this motion as fully submitted. I have a notice of motion and motion. I have an opposition, and then I have a reply as well by the plaintiff. And so I'm going to mark this fully submitted, and a written decision will follow. I don't need oral arguments. If I need it, someone will reach out to you, but at this time I don't need oral arguments. So that takes care of case ending in 5-8. Moving on to case 15560, which is, against the city of New York and the 113th precinct. This one's a little bit different. This one, all I have is plaintiff's motion for summary judgment. I don't have any opposition, and obviously I don't have any reply if there's no opposition. Was an opposition filed?
There was no opposition filed on that.
Okay. So,
Quick question,
hold on, Mr. Terrell, so, you intend to file? Why wasn't an opposition filed?
So my understanding is that these two cases were tracking together. I think at this point, I mean, I could speak to plaintiff about this, whether or not we should try to, stipulate to consolidate these matters, or if I need to make a motion to consolidate the matters, but, both cases arise out of the same facts, and circumstances, so I didn't file any opposition to the motion. It would have been duplicative of the same opposition that I filed for, the case under the index number DB-015558.
So you're saying this opposition in the other case is an opposition to this motion as well?
I mean, not necessarily because I didn't file a motion with respect to that case, but my understanding is that both of these cases are tracking the same and they arise out of the same facts and circumstances. So I don't know if Your Honor would prefer us to try to consolidate these cases, or if they want the city to, or if you would like for the city to make a motion to consolidate, or if, the parties should work together and stipulate to consolidate the cases.
Yes.
You were about to say something.
Yes, last court appearance, we spoke on, I made you aware that there was no opposition, and now you're asking the defendant reasons why there's no opposition. We spoke about this last court date. This is why I'm objecting to you not marking the case as fully submitted. And I just want to make the court aware that in my reply affidavit, it's making reference, because it's making reference to the defendant not filing any opposition to the summary judgment motion, because I heard you just mention that there's no reply for this case. There's no reply because there was no opposition, and I'm making reference to that in my reply for case ending in
5-8.
right. And these cases are clearly separate cases with separate index numbers. So I don't understand how the defendant keep stating to the court that, to her understanding, to the defendant's understanding, these cases are consolidated. It's two separate index numbers, two separate cases, two separate defendants. So could we make it clear for the record? Because every time the defendant comes to court, the defendant keeps saying the same thing.
Even though there are two separate defendants in, these separate index numbers, the cases regarding the exact same incident, the issues that are brought up, even in this, the motion for the index number 015558 that we were discussing, who makes the allegations against the 113th precinct and against the district attorney's office within that same case. The case, both of these index numbers arise out of the same facts and circumstances. So even if, there are separate cases with separate defendants, the allegations against both of these defendants arise out of the same transaction or occurrence. So I'm not saying that the cases have been consolidated. I'm trying to ascertain whether or not the court would prefer the consolidated cases because they arise out of the same transaction or occurrence, and the allegations that are being made are against the 113th precinct and the Queens District Attorney's Office.
Well, you're making an oral application, I wouldn't even take it that to give Mr. Terrell an opportunity to respond to any motions that are followed.
The allegation, real quick, Your Honor, the allegations.
Let me just finish my thought. So I'm going to need papers because I have to give them an opportunity to respond on it, And so as for the oral application, you're going to have to make in writing. But am I hearing that this application applies to both?
It does apply to both.
Okay. Go
Can I
ahead,
speak?
Terrell.
Yeah, the allegations are separate. I mean, it's it arises out of the same incident, but the allegations are separate. You know, there's allegations against the precinct, as the city of New York, and then there's allegations against the district attorney's office. Their jobs are different. They have different jobs. So that's why it's the same incident, but the allegations, the claims are different. The district attorney office don't do what the same thing that the police department do. They do two separate things. Their jobs are different. That's why the allegations are separate.
I understand. So that's why I imagined that you were gonna have a position on this. That's why I'm.
But it's a waste of a time, though. It's a waste of a time.
Have them put it in writing and then you respond to
But
it.
that's a waste of time to keep doing that. I mean, if that's the way we have to do it, I don't think if you can view this, make a ruling on that by looking at the papers that the allegations is different. This is the district attorney's office and the police department. They do two separate things.
When they file their motion, you'll get an opportunity.
Okay.
So then, if that's gonna be the case, when do you plan to file this motion?
I can file it in 45 days.
So then, it seems to me that we need to adjourn both of these to that date, so that the consolidated motion and the motions for summary judgment will track together. So that way you'll get an opportunity to respond as well in writing to their.
The cases are not consolidated, though. I mean, that's what the motion is for, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't.
We can stipulate to, consolidate both cases.
I think, based on what little bit that I heard, I don't think he's consenting.
It's
right?
two separate index numbers.
His position is two
It's
separate.
not like I paid for this. I paid for this.
Yeah, Mr. Terrell, I.
It's saying the same thing.
That's why I'm making her file the motion.
Yeah.
I understand that the motions are not going to be discussed. On the issue of setting a discovery session with respect to both of these cases, how would Your Honor prefer us to move forward? Because
Well, it depends on how the motions are all discussed. Right now, it doesn't make sense for a discovery order, so you'll have to file your motion to consolidate. They'll file, I imagine he's gonna file an opposition, they'll file your reply, and then all of these three will get decided together.
Before a different judge.
Most likely, I don't know who's gonna be the judge on the return date, which is gonna be now
Giving out 518.
5/18. Is that gonna be enough time for you to file a motion so that, and also his opposition and reply? We'll work backwards from 5/18.
let me just check really quick.
Your Honor, question.
Hold on one second, let me
Yes.
check the dates first.
Could I have a return date of
6/1?
6/1?
I'm objecting to that. That is like. Oh my God.
It's full of chaos.
6/1 is good, any time after that?
Time before that. Any time before that. My
No,
question.
because you need time to file an opposition. She needs 45 days to file a motion.
My
And you need time to file an opposition.
My question, Your Honor, you were aware last court date that the defendant, what is the issue here again? I didn't.
She's gonna file a motion to consolidate.
You were aware last court date that the defendant was arguing that the cases should be consolidated. You were aware of that, right?
That's,
Right, Your Honor?
I don't think that issue was discussed.
Yes, it was discussed last court appearance, that the cases should be consolidated. And I don't know why there wasn't a motion filed for, why you didn't order the defendant to file a motion for the last court appearance.
They wanna file it now, I'm gonna give them an opportunity, 6/1, for everything. We're gonna adjourn this to 6/1, you're gonna file your, motion to consolidate by you can file your motion by May 1st. And sir, your opposition is going to be due on May 22nd, and then reply, if any, 29th. And then the return date for June 1st.
Can I get a written decision, please?
There'll be an order uploaded.
No. Also, wait for your written decision, because that's a lot that you just stated.
Yeah,
So can you put it?
It's gonna have the dates.
Can you put that in writing, please?
It's gonna have dates, yes.
Something in writing, a written decision. So I just wait for it.
Yes.
Okay,
All right. Anything further, Mr. Terrell?
that's it.